everyone, and welcome back to the Bear Dimension. Now, this is the big one. I expect you've been asking yourself, what on earth is the Bear Dimension exactly? Well, today we're going to cover that in a little detail. So, I've got my co-host here, Miss Penelope Lemon Biscuit, who is going to help me explain things to you because she's pretty important, to be honest, in terms of people understanding what the Bear Dimension is. She is somebody who has driven this idea forward that instead of the Bear Dimension remaining a secret, like it has for many, many years, people should actually be told what the Bear Dimension is. And to that end, I'm going to show you first of all what it looks like. Obviously, only on paper, but it is a system of 7 planets. So here are the 7 planets of the Bear Dimension, and as you'll see, get the lighting right. Well, as you'll see, there's a central planet, Regalia. Now that's where the monarch lives. There'll be a king or a queen. At this time there is a king. And so that's the biggest planet, and that planet is connected to the other 6 planets by stairs, as you would expect. No, not as you would expect, obviously, with planets, because each one is actually its own solar system. But the stairs are a kind of wormhole, if you like, folded space. So they are able to travel light years in a distance of about 5 miles. So it's not too shabby, is it? But the point is this the place where the anima in your teddy bear comes from and lands in the teddy bear? That's an example of how it might happen. Is that where the anima comes from? And the answer is no, actually. As far as we know, the anima, the very first time that it arrives in a teddy bear body, this isn't the first time for her, but supposing it was, then it actually comes from the great mind. A great bear mind, obviously, has decided, creates this spirit of bear, and it sends it into random teddy bears across the world. And the teddy bear wakes up, and they have a life here in the people dimension. And then when they don't get enough attention, or when something happens, then the anima will just be automatically taken back to the bear dimension. And that then is its home. And because there is a certain amount of magic that happens in the bear dimension, so that whenever a bear arrives back after their first life, there will be a house. It's popped up. It's for them. It'll have their name on the mailbox, and council just need to get on with it. Council have their own jobs, and part of that is keeping up with all the houses that do pop up for these bears. But yes, so the bear can then live there in their house in the bear dimension, and they never have to worry about anything again. They don't have to come back here. But the thing is, a lot of bears want to, because the people dimension and the bear dimension are very connected, and the bear dimension get a lot of their ideas, their stories, their energy, really, their magic from the people dimension, because with the bears coming backwards and forwards, they're sharing all these stories and these ideas. So it is actually a really, really important, crucial thing. So if a bear has a life, goes back to the bear dimension, goes, oh, lovely, I'll live here in my little house, that's not really doing us any favours. But the majority of bears, they will want to come back because they're curious creatures, bears, and they like to experience things, and there is a whole world of things to experience here. So they hop into the animatrix machine and they come back for another life cycle, and during that life cycle they can go backwards and forwards from the people dimension, where they're here, to the bear dimension during that life. So you'll be asleep, fast asleep, and your teddy bear, out the nearest cat flap, squeezes out the window, shimmies down the drain pipe, however it is, and they will head for something called the corridor, which is the dimension that connects the people dimension to the bear dimension. So there'll be an entrance to the corridor. Bears instinctively know where these are, and they'll shimmy down the drain pipe, head for the nearest entrance, and boom. Well, not quite boom. They can take their time. I mean, the corridor is a whole dimension in itself. They've got everything there. You know, shops, bars, restaurants, parks, everything. So they could have a nice time there if they liked. Or they could shoot back home to their house, you know, do the cleaning, make a pie, see some friends, and then pop back to the people dimension. So it's a pretty good life for a bear, but something that you need to know is that this information about the bear dimension has really only just come to light. It's been hidden for a very, very long time. It's remained absolutely secret. The Dimension Police have been all over this. And so it is really only now that I'm allowed to tell you this wonderful, magical information. And I hope you're going to make good use of it and get to know your teddy bears at home. And in turn, or in return, myself and Penelope will let you know more about the bear dimension and how bears actually live their lives. But we'll cover that in another video.